Hey everybody, Sam here, and time for Cancer's collective reading. Collective won't resonate for everyone, so just take what does, leave the rest for everybody else. This is for Cancer. So, with that being said, wherever your placement is in Cancer, or if you're a cross watcher and you're creeping on the Cancers, again, take what resonates, leave the rest for everybody else. So, how's it been? How have you been navigating through? Oh, hello. Navigating through Mercury retrograde, through planets moving all over the place. Even better than that, how about with the whole Schumann, like everything that the Earth has been doing, like how have you been doing with all that? The eclipses we just had, we had our beginning eclipse and now we have our end eclipse. We just had that the other day, not the end eclipse, but you know what I mean. And now we're in the season of the fire horse. Like, Cancers, did you shed all your skin? did you do all the things that you needed to do? I feel like even though we are in the season of the fire horse right now, I feel that there's still like when a snake sheds its skin, it sometimes has like little pieces here and there that they couldn't quite get off, and it'll eventually fall off either by if they get wet or if they rub up against a rock. So do you still feel those little pieces? Do you feel those at all, Cancer? Because I do sometimes, but then things happen and I feel it fall off. So I just, I figured I'd check in with you guys, fellow water sign and all that. Nope. There we go. Thank you. Let's see if there's anything else. What else do you have for Cancer? I could have done all this before I started the actual video, but I've discovered that I like to shuffle on camera. Ooh, okay. Is that it? Oh, haha. There we go. All right. Yeah, you're probably like, come on, Sam. Could you just get to get to the message already? And I am. All right, here we go. Cancer. Ooh, we're starting with the third eye chakra. Some of you probably need to clear it, allow it to open, trust what you see, right? With your inner eye, your third eye. Yeah, trust that. Sometimes a lot of intuition lives in here. So yeah, again, trust it, go with it. You're moving on. You're moving out of like a dark period and more into the light. But that's the thing. That's why the third eye showed up, because you need to trust that everything is fine over here. You don't need to stay back there, okay? Yeah, the waiting game is over. You've done your due diligence. You have been as patient as one could be. Not to say that there won't be other things that come around to wait, because if you see they're on a spiral, right? So, yeah, you've been waiting in line on this spiral and now it's time to move again, and some things will go and then you'll have to have a waiting period again. But for right now, the waiting game is over. Yeah, patience and patience and planning, right? While you've been in this waiting period, you've been making plans like, okay, what am I going to do? What should I, what's next? And I love that this light also has rings around it similar to the spiral. So as things come up, just be present and work with it, Yeah, stand your ground for those that try to convince you of otherwise. you have you I'm sorry. You have your reasonings for things. You're standing your ground because you're following your intuition. You've already seen it with your third eye. You know what it is. And those that aren't on the same frequency as you, the same energetic level, will try to keep you back in that darkness and be like, no, you shouldn't, don't do that, don't do. It's because they don't see what you see, and that's okay. That is completely okay if they don't see what you see, but that's where you just keep moving anyways, right? Yeah. The obstacles and challenges, which will be, friends, family, possibly lovers, that try to get it, not get in your way, but try to be like, well, wait, why are you doing that? Because blah 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 blah, you know. But whatever the obstacles are, you can surpass that. Again, another ring. Like, it's all about this, like, it's a cycle. It comes in a cycle, is what I'm hearing. Very interesting. You had 2 6s and 2 7s in these few cards right here. So if you know how to look up angel numbers or whatever, look up 66, look up 77. Maybe you've seen those numbers a lot lately, but I can tell you this: 6s are harmony. 7 is totally I don't even know. It totally left me. But anyways, stepping into stillness. It says, my power is born in the majesty of silence. Yeah, cancers are very, very known for going back into their shell and, like, hermiting. Hermit crab, get it? But you, I feel like for cancers, you aren't so much stepping into stillness, you've mastered stillness. So just remember that you have that place to go to when you need to not listen to the others. Hearing messages from spirit. Yes, you've probably been getting it left and right. 66, 77, you're getting messages from reoccurring numbers, synchronicities, all the things. However you get messages from spirit is how you're getting your messages, right? Savoring pleasure. It says, I fully embrace bliss in my life. Yes, take that time to relax and chill out, and especially when you're moving out of one thing into another, take that time to give yourself a bubble bath, take yourself to the movies, go on a date with yourself, whatever it is, right? And then it says, taking action, I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. Yeah, because when, again, this waiting period is over, you're going to start making action, and you're going to stand your ground while you make these actions. Sure, again, there may be the obstacles, right? The obstacles and the challenges, but it doesn't matter because you're still taking action regardless. You're not sitting still anymore. You are literally moving on and moving forward. Okay? Soaring into joy, a childlike wonder fills my life. Yes, make sure that you feed your inner child, because you should. And sometimes cancers, believe it or not, get way too serious, and you really need to, like, go swing on a swing or hopscotch or something. Igniting courage. Look, we were just talking about the year of the horse, right? The fire horse. Taking action, moving forward. It says, I am strong, valiant, and courageous. Yes, you are, Cancer, and you can do that. And then your final card is coming into power. Look at that. I step into my power boldly and confidently because you're standing your ground. See, this is the back. You will now shine as you stand. You can do this, Cancer. I believe in you. Just have your patience. Take your time out. Don't listen to the others, okay? I love you guys. I'll see you next time.